Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be unboxing and checking out what I hope to be my new favourite camera bag. So in the box here we have the K&F Concepts Urban Wanderer 10 litre hard shell sling bag. So the first thing I need to tell you is that Kentfaith.com sent this camera bag through to me to review. Now they did say I can keep the product after I finished doing the review. All they wanted was an honest review of their product. They haven't sent me a script, insisted I say any particular thing about the product. I'm going to unbox it, I'm going to get it out, I'm going to have a look at it. Hopefully I'm going to be able to field test it. However, the weather at the moment in the UK is absolutely diabolical. We've had torrential rain for the last day or so. Well, at least one thing, we'll be able to test whether it's waterproof or not. So we'll get this bag out of the box and talk through some of the specs. This comes in a rather crinkly wrapper as well. Make sure it stays dust free in transit. There we have the bag. You can see these two hard shells on the outside. I'm going to talk about those a little bit more. I'd say this is probably a medium sized bag, certainly enough to take with you for a day out with the camera. If you're a vlogger, if you are someone who just likes to take their camera gear, and yeah, we'll have a good look at it. So the first thing to consider with this camera bag is the size of it. I did say it's a medium bag, and the dimensions certainly are kind of halfway house between some of the smaller bags I already own and some of the larger ones. So the size is 260mm across, 400mm high, and a depth of 177mm. So the bag is comprised of two main areas, top, bottom. You've also got this nice little side entrance panel on the side, which I'll demonstrate later when I put all my gear in, so you can see how much it will actually hold. What is a nice touch are these two little clips here. So they fasten that side panel in should you leave it unzipped. Get up, that's going to stop the panel from opening and all of your gear spilling out, which is a really great touch. I've not seen that on other bags at this price point, and I think it's really a good idea. Also as well, but you've got these nice little toggles on the end of the zips, so they're easy to grab a hold of, especially when it's cold. You don't want to be holding onto the cold metal of the zip, so you can get a gloved hand in there and still get in to the bag itself. And open, and I'll show you inside. So at first you've got this front outer place, so you can put filters, batteries, all manner of small things in there, maybe cleaning cloths, that type of thing. And then on, I open the other side, we've got a panel in here which sits in place. You do have to put that in because when the camera bag arrives it's not in place because it has to be nice and flat for them to package it. But you could put lighter gear in there, a flash unit, other bits and pieces, vlogging equipment, microphones, things like that can all go on the top. So onto the bottom section of the bag. This is the one that's slightly more tricky to demonstrate, but never mind, I shall do my best. We've got this fantastic locking system. As I said, if you left that open, this panel could fall out open and all your gear could fall out. However, this actually prevents that from happening, and to demonstrate that I'm going to try and unfasten it. You can see there, the side flap's open, but at the moment the whole thing won't open out. So that's going to help save your gear should you leave it unfastened. Now simply unclip those two and we can progress further with the zip. And you can see it opens out to reveal quite a large area there. We've got these modular dividers. There are some special instructions that come with the camera bag which tell you how you should best use those. I'll show you that there. So the tips card it says on the back, but basically it shows you how to install the dividers, things like that, and some good other tips for using the bag. So I'm going to play with these, I'll arrange them and put some gear in it, and I'll show you that later on. One other thing to remember is that top panel I showed you earlier. If you were to just move that up and fold that away, then you could store much larger gear inside the bag as well. So that's another handy feature of this bag. So what really intrigued me about this camera bag was the fact that it had these hard shell covers. Now they're made from a material called EVA. Now I hadn't a clue what EVA was, I had to look it up, and it is a compression molded material and it's used in a lot of sports equipment for protection, so you know, protective armour for contact sports, things like that. It's also used in a lot of footwear and as well for medical supports. So it's certainly going to protect your gear and give you a bit more confidence when you're out and about, and perhaps you have to put the camera bag down somewhere you don't want to, or if it's happened to me in the past where the old straps have failed on my camera bag because I've got too much stuff in it and it's actually fallen onto the floor. Now that happened luckily in a pub down in Loo in Cornwall, rather than on a hillside or where we'd just been 5 minutes earlier next to the River Loo. Another feature of the camera bag is this side pocket here and retaining strap. It means you can put your tripod into the camera bag and yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. Similarly, you could use that for light stands or other photography equipment, where you know, that type of thing. Or if you are just a hiker or something like that and you want fancy a bag that isn't a full rucksack, you probably put your Walton poles in there, a water bottle, or an umbrella for weather like we're having at the moment. So another reason I prefer a sling bag or a shoulder bag to a backpack is that when you've got a full backpack on, your back tends to get a bit hot and sweaty. Now luckily in the K&F Concept bag here we've got a breathable membrane on the back there, perforated to let any heat escape through the bag, and also on the other side of the chest strap as well. So hopefully this bag will keep you nice and cool when you're off for a hike or heading off to one of those honeypot locations to take some great photos. Another good feature of the bag is the fact that there is plenty of adjustment on this strap. Now I'm not exactly a thin chap, but this strap will extend from 33 inches to 47 inches. So if it works for me, it's going to work for you as well. So the whole concept of a bag like this is to take a good amount of gear out with you, possibly not everything you own, but you'll be taking a good bit of gear to go out on a shoot with it. I think it's going to be also ideal for street photographers. The fact that you can also customise the inside, I think it's great for people who go vlogging as well. I'm going to try and demonstrate now how much gear you can actually fit in this. I've got to play about with those inserts now and see what we can manage to get inside this bag.
A few moments later.
Welcome back, guys. Right, been busy. I can't quite believe how much stuff I've managed to cram into this little bag. First of all, tripod. Now that fits in there nicely. Just release that and take that out. That's quite a sizable tripod. Going to the top outer cover here. In here I've got a Canon V10 PowerShot vlogging camera. I know, somebody had to buy one. I've also got my remote for the Nikon into the top panel. I've got microphones and a DJI Neo. Into the outer compartment, got a case containing 2 batteries, a memory card safe, and my mobile phone. Zip that back up. So if we undo the panel here on the side, we have got in here my Nikon D3300 with a 50mm lens attached. We've also got space in the bottom here. We've got space for filters. There's 1, 2, 3 filters. I've also got 3 more lenses in here. So we've got first, take that out, that is my wide angle 10 to 20mm Nikon lens. Now that's quite chunky because it has a very wide piece of glass on the front of it and also a shield, which means it takes up quite a bit of space in the bag. I've also got this one, which is the 55 to 200mm lens, and lastly the kit lens that is it 18 to 55? Yeah. So basically all of that fitted into this little bag. I'm really impressed, and I think that's certainly more gear than you really need for a day out. Well, so far I've been very impressed with this bag. It's capable of carrying an awful lot of gear. Now it just leaves me to say I will be testing this in a few weeks' time when we're heading up to Scotland for a few days. Definitely taking this bag with me. It can carry pretty much everything I need. For the price point, comes in at $49.99, which is the retail price. Sometimes there are offers on Kentfaith website, so do have a look on there regularly. Hopefully there's a discount code for you below. You may just catch the end of their Prime sale, which is to celebrate their 8 years of providing fantastic, affordable photography gear. I wish them well if they're churning out products like this, because it feels really nice, very well made, and I'm looking forward to using it in the future. As ever, if you've enjoyed this video, found the review useful, please do hit that thumbs up, really helps the channel out an awful lot. If you're not a subscriber, why not subscribe? Get out and do some photography using budget cameras and affordable gear like this, as well as reviews. We're not just a review channel, we do take some photographs as well and share some tips and things like that. So if you enjoy stuff like that, and a bit of a mixed bag of photography experiences, then please subscribe to the channel. So I'll catch you in the next one, hopefully. Bye for now.